This meeting is called to order. Good evening and welcome to the November 16, 2016 meeting of the Southeast Echo Board of Directors. Please stand for a moment of silence and a salute to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I need a motion to approve Dr. Jeff Ryan as Pro Temp Board Secretary.
Motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion's carried. Dr. Ryan, may I have a roll call, please?
Ms. Cavallari. Mrs. Forbes.
Present.
Mrs. Gallagher.
Present.
Mr. McBride.
Present.
Ms. Monroe.
Present.
Mrs. Williams.
Absent.
Mr. Young.
Present.
Dr. Wilson.
Absent.
Ms. Harris Johnson.
Present. Thank you.
I'm here also.
Dr. Woods.
Me too.
And Mr. Diorio.
Secretary and trainer.
Our two student reps.
And our two
Student reps.
Ms. Abajoye
Present.
and Mr. Gasama.
Present.
Thank you, Dr. Ryan. Please note that the person wishes to address the board must be a resident or employee of the district. Provide their name and address and complete the yellow card, which is in the back of the room. At this time, as president, I have no comments. And then we're now getting ready to have a student presentation by Darby Township School.
There's a projector thing there.
What color is it?
Good evening, Dr. Butts and members of the school board. Thank you for allowing Derby Township to be a part of the school board meeting tonight. In my years at Derby Township School, I've been very fortunate to work with an amazing group of teachers who are very dedicated and a great group of students. We have several of our teachers here tonight, and we also have Miss Burke and Miss Camille Jackson. These ladies work with our student council, and we have several of our student council members here with us tonight. One could not make it, unfortunately. She got sick today. I'm sure she's very disappointed that she couldn't be there. She's our president, yes. We try to create leaders at Derby Township School in our students. And one of the ways that we are able to do that is through the student council and through all the activities that they do. So tonight we will be presenting what they do, who they are, and some of the activities that they have been involved with. So, here they go.
At Darby Township School, we have an amazing opportunity to participate in student government, which directly correlates with our country's election process. Standing before you are elected officials of the Darby Township Student Council. I am Sharuk Bedri, Student Council Vice President.
I am Isani Carmona, and I am Secretary.
I am Guy Irvis, and I am the treasurer.
Unfortunately, our student council president, Bria Jackson, was not able to attend this presentation. So it is my duty as vice president to take over. Our presentation tonight will focus on some of the awesome events and programs our Darby Township School that are sponsored by Student Council. Now sit back and enjoy.
Student Council is open to students in grades 6 through 8. Students who are interested in becoming members must complete an application that includes their parents' signature, Dr. Mosbakowski or Mr. Wade's signature, and 3 teacher signatures, 2 core teachers from last year and 1 from this year. They also have to write an essay explaining why they would be a good candidate for Student Council and how they will positively contribute to the school. Mrs. Jackson and Mrs. Burks checks the applications, review behavior records, and read the essay before deciding who makes the cut. Students who want to run for an office must complete a different application that also includes signatures in the essay. In addition, office candidates campaign and give speeches prior to the Student Council election. Campaigning involves putting up posters around the hallways, wearing t-shirts, and talking to the 6th through 8th grades before school and during lunch. Now let's check out a few of those speeches.
2017 Student Council election. Yes, the great school of Darby Township will be holding elections for the leaders of today and of tomorrow. This is a very important time in the life of our school. These students here are deciding to take the charge, to step up and be leaders and be the voice of the students. Let's give it up for them now. You have an important role, just like Americans across the country, as we embark on the presidential election season. We will be voting, just like you will too. So exercise your right to vote. Listen to the candidates and their message and what they have to say. This is not a popularity contest. You're not voting for the person that you think is your friend or the person who's most popular. You are voting for the person who is most qualified for the position that they are running for. Students will be campaigning or have been campaigning throughout this week on into tomorrow. Elections will be held during responsive classrooms. You will receive a ballot from the teacher. They will collect them, and Ms. Burke, a student council sponsor, or myself will come by and pick them up sometime tomorrow. The winners of each position will be announced at the end of the day. So, without further ado, it is time for the speeches for the 2016-2017 Student Council election. Let's do that again. My name is Bria Jackson. I'm running for Student Council President. I believe that I'll make a wonderful Student Council President because I'm very outspoken, I'm a hard worker, and a considerate of people, their opinions, and ideas. I will be committed to this position, and I will uphold the rules, the regulations, and responsibilities and the honor of being Darby Township Student Council President. So welcome me, Bria Jackson, our Student Council President. Good morning, Vice President. I continue to welcome you to the additional leadership for all the programs for Student Council. I am very trustworthy and honest person. I have plenty of ideas and I need to help with them. I assure you I will work hard on your behalf and do everything I can to make this school a success. I will try to make this year an enjoyable one. I may not have everything laid out yet, but I will do my best to accomplish it. Those are my reasons why I should vote for you.
One area that Student Council likes to focus on is fundraising. It is important that we give back to the larger community. Our first fundraiser of the year is our Pink Out Day, which always takes place in October. Students and teachers can pay $1 to wear a pink shirt. All funds raised are donated to the American Cancer Society in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. This year we raised $295. Our former Student Council president came up with this idea. Our second fundraiser takes place in December. Student Council sells lemon heads for 25 cents each and donates the profit to Alex's Lemonade Stand. Over the past 2 years, we have donated over $230 to this great cause. Another fundraiser that we would like to do this February is wear a red shirt for National Wear Red Day. The funds raised will be donated to the American Heart Association. Candygram sales are our biggest fundraiser. Students can purchase candygrams in February to send to their friends or relatives within the building. The money raised supports many other Student Council events and programs such as T-shirts, the pizza party for the anti-bullying poster contest, a holiday party, a DJ for our middle school dance, and our field trip at the end of the school year.
Service is a really important part of Student Council. We do service projects within our school, and then we also support the surrounding community. Student Council members help out at several events such as the DTS Haunted Hallway, the Kindergarten Center's Field Day, and their can drives. We also create and read books with the first graders twice throughout the year. The first time we do this is in January. We create books about Dr. Martin Luther King, and the second time is in May. We create books about Memorial Day. These are one of the books that the first graders made for Martin Luther King Day. The students cut and fold to make the books, and then either they read it to us or we read it to them if they need help. Another event that we do in January is create cards for Little Flower nursing homes. We create happy birthday, thinking of you, and get well soon cards that are decorated and have sayings in them. Each resident receives 3 cards that they can give to families or family members or friends. Our biggest and most exciting service project is our food can drive. Student Council has been sponsoring this event for the past 5 years. We have donated over 13,000 cans to the food bank of First African Baptist Church in Sharon Hill and the food bank of First Baptist Church of Okiola in Glenolden. Each year, the homerooms to complete to see who can bring in the most cans. The top 3 homerooms are rewarded with a dress down day. If, as a school, we can donate at least 2,500 cans, then there will be an assembly where Student Council members get to have a lot of fun by pieing some of our teachers and principals in the face. Get ready, Dr. Rem. We're hitting our goal this year.
As officers, the 4 of us rotate weekly and read the morning announcements. We recite the Pledge of Allegiance over the loudspeaker every morning. Also, all Student Council members have the responsibility of running the school store on Fridays during the lunch period. Each student works one Friday every 2 months or so. Student Council sponsors an anti-bullying poster contest during the month of October for Anti-Bullying Awareness Month. Students must work in teams of 2 to 4 students and create a poster with an anti-bullying message and artwork. Then at the end of the month, the officers, along with Mrs. Jackson and Miss Burke, walk around and choose the poster with the strongest anti-bullying message. The student who designed the winning poster gets to participate in a pizza party and have their poster displayed in the front lobby. Our favorite school event is Red Ribbon Week. The purpose of Red Ribbon Week is to present a visible commitment to living a safe, healthy, and drug-free life. We have so much fun with this. Here are this year's themes. Monday, don't ruin your jeans. Jeans and red shirt day. Tuesday, team up against drugs. Wear a team shirt, jersey, or hat. Wednesday, war on drugs. Camo military attire day. Wednesday. Thursday, Don't let drugs stand in the way of your career. Dress up as a future career interest. Friday, don't let drugs take away your power. Superhero Day. Now check out some of the pictures from Red Ribbon Week.
We actually do like to have fun sometimes. Student Council sponsors our annual middle school dance for grades 6 through 8. All middle school students are invited. A DJ provides music, snacks and drinks are sold, and Mrs. Jackson usually hosts a freestyle contest in search of a lyrical genius. Of course, there is lots of dancing. Miss Burke and Mrs. Jackson organize a holiday party and an end-of-the-year party just for the Student Council members. There's always delicious pizza and snacks. During the holiday party, we also have a voluntary Pollyanna for any students who would like to take part in a gift exchange. By far, the best Student Council event is our end-of-the-year trip. This celebrates our hard work throughout the year. We've gone to several different places, including a tour of Philadelphia, visiting the U.S. Mint, Independence Hall, the Liberty Bell, and Eastern State Penitentiary. For a couple years, we did a dinner cruise on the Spirit of Philadelphia, and then last year, we went to Sahara Sam's Indoor Water Park. This was my favorite.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen of the Southeast Delco School Board, Dr. Butts, Dr. Ryan, Dr. Mazakowski, and Mr. Wade, and everyone else present tonight for allowing us to give you a glimpse of the life of Student Council officers and members at Darby Township School.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I just want to say I was very impressed that the children, or should I say the students, speak so well, and that they really did an excellent job. And if I were your teachers, I would give all of you an A+. Now,
I had a quick comment,
yes.
Mr. President. Do you guys sell them shirts in the school store? I love that shirt.
Yeah, that would be nice. Mhm. And if also, when you had the can collection and things like that, would you let the board know? Because, maybe some of us would be able to participate in some of your functions and things that you have, your fundraisers.
I have a question. How many members are on your school, on student council?
Great. Very, very nice. I'm proud of you. I really am. Now there's two more people students that are in the class, here at the school board that I'm also extremely proud of. And may I have their school board students' presentation at this time, please?
Oh, right. Good evening, members of the School Board of Directors, administrators, teachers, students, and community members alike. Here are your Academy Park High School announcements.
From October to mid-November, the following universities, colleges, trade schools all visited Academy Park to meet with students: Delaware County Community College, Morgan State University, Bloomsburg University, Carabini University, St. Joseph University, California University of Pennsylvania, the U Millersville University, the Wilmington College of Trade School, Seton Hall University, the PA Institute of Technology, Penn State University, University of Stratton, and the Walnut Hall College.
Mr. Jones, directors of admissions at East Stroudsburg University, visited Academy Park High School on Wednesday, November 9th for an instant admit day. A total of 23 seniors were accepted on the spot, and at least 12 students will have scholarship opportunities. 3 or 4 Academy Park High School students could potentially receive full scholarships. Academy Park High School is grateful for the continued support from Dr. Jones and East Stroudsburg University.
Members of the Rising Scholar Program visited Wilmington University on November 3, 2016. The members of the Rising Scholar Program took advantage of this opportunity to gain additional experience and participation in preparation for their future educational plans beyond high school. On November 11, 2016, students enrolled in TechBridge program visited Widener University. TechBridge is a college and career readiness course that provides the students the opportunity to gain hands-on experience with the college process. The TechBridge students took advantage of the opportunities to gain additional experiences in preparation for future plans.
Members of the National Honor Society will be available for peer tutoring on Tuesdays from 2:15 to 3:15. The tutoring session will begin on November 15th. Now for sports. Mr. Day and the girls' tennis team wanted to thank all for their support this year. This year was another historic banner year. Not only did the girls' tennis team capture and repeat a Del Valle League singles and doubles title championship, but the team also completed the trifecta by winning the team championship for an unprecedented fourth consecutive year. What at first seemed to be an average rebuilding year, after last year's dream 18-0 season became a dream season of its own, with seniors Brianna Reed, Vicky Outland, Sonny Lee, and Rashida Ope stepping up to lead the team to a very respectable 12-6 finishing overall, with a third straight undefeated season at Del Valle. Brianna and Vicky topped off the season with an outstanding performance against state title contender Westchester Henderson in the PIAA doubles tournament. Although dropping a 6-3, 6-1 decision, their performance was the strongest showing for Academy Park High School in the PIAA since Courtney Jenkins' days. They gave a surprised Henderson team all they could handle. Mr. Day and the team thanks all for their support and for all of you for our student athletes. Without your time and effort, they would not have the opportunity to become the best they can be.
Junior Varsity football team defeated Innaborough 16-6. Devon Gold caught a 50-yard touchdown pass from Shaquille Smith to tie the game 6-6. Later on, the defense stopped Innaborough in the end zone for a safety to take the lead at 8-6. Later on, after a night fumble, Innaborough dropped down the 5-yard line, but the biggest play in the game came from Zion Bradley. Zion Bradley's interception the end zone and ran it out to the 15-yard line. 5 plays later, Nate Holmes took the speed option 80-yard for the score, followed by a 2-point run by Danny Coleman. That made the score 16-6, which was the final score. The defense played great. Billy Martin, Estes Hormandi, Torrance, and Bryman, along with Rob Long, really the whole group played strong. Nate Holmes, Torrance Wright, and Kylie Rogers did the most damage offensively, along with Shaquille Smith, who added about 40 yards of rushing of his own. The team's record is now 5-1.
Varsity football. Academy Park High School hosted and defeated Radnor by a score of 44-16 in the first round of the district playoffs. The football team hosted and defeated Bishop Shanahan in the second round of the district playoffs last Friday by a score of 26-13. This Friday, the Academy Park High School football team will host Marple Newtown in the third round of the district playoffs. The following from a Radnor parent. This was a letter at the Radnor game. Good afternoon, Principal Robinson. I just want to take a moment to congratulate your school on their victory last night over Radnor, and more importantly, thank you for a wonderful experience. My son graduated from Radnor last year, a football player, and yesterday I drove up to get him from college and bring him down just for this game, as it was historic for Radnor to even be in the playoff game. My daughter, a junior at Radnor, also attended. We fully anticipated your team would blow us out, and we're totally at peace with that. We just want to be supportive. What I didn't expect was to leave the game feeling so happy for the other team. From the minute we approached your stadium, your ticket sellers, ticket takers, concession stand workers, students and parents could not have been nicer or more welcoming. I have attended many football games in my son's career, and never left a game thinking so highly of the competition school community. My daughter loves walking around and meeting people, especially through her band friend connections. The first thing she said when we got in the car to go home was, "Wow, those kids from the other school were very nice." I met some of their band members near the snack stand, and they were so friendly. I told her I had been struck as well by how really great the people representing your school were. Even as we were leaving, people were saying thank you for coming. I literally walked out of the stadium with a smile on my face despite the loss. I don't know if the school pride is something that you specifically have been striving to encourage, but it certainly came through at the game last night. You should be so proud of your students and their families. Thank you for a wonderful experience. I will be following Academy Park High School's football team, and I wish them and all members of your school community much success and happiness. I hope you have a wonderful school year. Best regard, Radner Ryder Mom. And that concludes our Academy Park High School announcements.
Is there a way we can have that letter put on the website?
So it's to be part of our, thank you. It's to be part of our school board update, which will come out later on this week on Friday.
Okay.
So it will be part of that also. And that does go on our website.
Madam President, can I make a comment?
Certainly.
I would like to thank the students, our representatives, and especially for reading that letter, because when I read the letter, I was touched. And I was so proud of all of our students and the teachers that they commented on. So thank you so much for reading it.
Thank you, Ms. Gallagher. Dr. Butch, do we have a superintendent's report?
Just a couple items to highlight. The artwork in the boardroom is from our grades 1 through 8 schools. All of our schools are represented, so take a moment to look around. There's some artwork also out in the hallway. So it is excellent work, so thank you all for those who participated. There are 2 very interesting decorated chairs off to the side back there. I have tried them out. The paint is dried. However, they are very interesting in terms of the artwork. They were done by the school at Harris, so I do want to recognize that. And there's other chairs around Harris School if you want to get a look at some additional artwork. So I would highlight that. I do want to, one final item, want to just notify the public that there was an executive session held November 10th at the Committee of the Whole meeting, discussed negotiation and personnel items, were the items on the agenda, and also a meeting prior to this to discuss personnel items. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Dr. Butts. Our students, would you like to leave now so that you can go home and finish your homework?
Thank you.
See you next month.
Thank you, Sheree. And we're going to start with the approvals. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda as submitted?
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes from the October 27, 2016 regular board meeting?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Are there any questions on these? Any opposed? Motion carries. Do I have a motion to approve the treasurer's report?
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any
Aye.
questions? Any opposed? Motion carries. Are there any questions on any of these bills?
Questions?
Come on, Dorothy.
Yes, Ms.
I wish
Gallagher?
Vanessa was here. We miss you, Vanessa. A few questions. Just wondering, we pay a bill to SEPTA. It's on page 287. I'm not sure if it's on 287 now. Yes, 287 SEPTA for $54,000. What is there? Why do we pay SEPTA? Now I know we do tokens, but is that the amount, or is it something else?
It would be for tokens. What
Would it be
What
anything else?
page? What page were you looking at?
Oh, 287.
It's not on 287.
Yeah.
It's on 288.
Oh, sorry.
288.
288, sorry. 287, 288.
Yes, it's coming out of a transportation category. It is for tokens and also for passes to get to and from school.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you. How about
For
27?
the whole year, right?
It,
That's not monthly.
we would probably, no, it wouldn't be
That's
fun-
not
no, it's not
monthly.
monthly, no, I know
So
that.
it's definitely not monthly. We can check if it's a full year. I see a hand raised in the audience.
Hi, Betty.
So the answer, just to repeat what was off mic, the tokens in the being approved, the item for SEPTA being approved right now is tokens for the full year. We do also, during the course of the year, do a monthly amount for SEPTA around $2,000 to $3,000, and that would be for passes, individual passes for students. Okay.
Thank you.
We got some puzzlement. Let me just see if we can clear it for a second.
Go ahead.
The passes are for students who go to, and tokens are parochial schools and private schools. We
Right.
still have to provide transportation reimbursement.
Correct.
We don't supply buses.
Right.
It's not just for our children.
So it would be for students that reside in Southeast Elko. So
Well, not every student's getting a pass.
if, correct, not every student gets
Or
a pass.
tokens.
If there is a parent or a student that needs a pass, they can contact our business office. We can set that up in terms of tokens or pass to any of our charter schools, any of our parochial schools who are near a transportation line, a route that is easy to get to. So if there's anybody at your school,
I already brought that to your attention about the passes, them getting back and forth to school with their siblings. That's what I said.
and if
I'll talk about it later.
yeah, so if there is individuals who need tokens or passes, we can get that to the parent to allow that to happen. Okay.
Yeah, we understand it's for the, to get the kids, it just, the number just seems, so expensive,
It is.
54,000, a lot of money.
The only way to eliminate that is to eliminate the school buses. If you eliminate the buses, you don't have to pay the tokens. So fight with the public about
No,
not getting the
it's not.
bus to their schools.
We would still have to get, the parochial kids and all would still have to go back and forth, right?
No.
No? Not if
You
we
would
got rid of
not
the
have-
buses?
If you got,
Yeah.
if you did away with district busing, you would not have to pay the tokens, but I doubt that will ever happen.
Yeah, because we need the buses
Right.
for our students.
Right.
Well, we'd have to hire that out. That's not in the contract, so.
We did that
Can't do
before.
Okay, are there any
Okay.
other questions
Yeah.
on the bills that are listed?
I have another, okay. The internet, this says Delaware County IU unit. What does that mean when it says internet? 275. It says internet and it says the IU unit. What do they supply us with?
Internet.
They supply us with the internet? I thought we
I
did
thought that
that.
was for storage and all.
So we do contract with the IU, Delaware County IU, for internet services. They have internet services that most, if not all, of the Delaware County schools contract with them. It is a line that then they lease through another company, and I'm not sure what the company is, but that is for internet services.
Okay,
Question,
go ahead.
don't we already pay the IU? for support? I mean, so we give them a fee and then they also bill us for internet service too?
So there is a contract for IU overall services, and then you pay for certain services like internet separate. Just like a special education student, if a student has special education needs, we pay that over and above the IU contracted service. So there's a fee that covers all the administration, all the support staff at the IU, and also at the technical school. That's a separate action item. But then we contract with the IU for certain services like internet.
Because if not, we would have to be doing that on our own, and that would take a whole department in order to keep it up and running and stuff like that. So by contracting it out to the IU, then they support the internet services, so we don't have to. Correct. I believe
Okay.
that's the way it works. That's
So
the way
we
it works,
don't-
Stephen?
Correct.
We don't pay for internet services here. It's only it only comes through the IU.
It's coming through the IU. We have an agreement, a contract with them to provide the service.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. All right, thank you.
Again, are there any other questions from the board? Do I have a motion to approve the bills for payment in the amount of $3,626,688.93?
Motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. There's no old business or unfinished business. Questions on the new business items? Are there any questions on education items 1 and 2? Are there any questions on any finances 1 through 4?
Yes, Madam President, make a motion that we take a roll call vote on number 4 under finance for approval.
That's fine.
That's
Yes, we'll have a roll call vote. Not now. We
Not
do-
now, no, I
yeah.
understand not now, but
Yes. Dr. Boots?
we need to make a motion on that?
No, that's required. No motions, that will be a roll call vote.
Okay.
okay. And so in voting for finance, it would be voting items 1 through 3, and then item 4 would be separate. I do want to invite up to the mic. We have a representative from PFM, Public Finance Management Company, Brad Remick. He's a person that spoke to us at the Committee of the Whole meeting about 2 months ago, around that time. And if you would want to come up and introduce, I believe our bond counsel is also, a person from the bond counsel is also here. Correct?
Is this right? No? Okay. We've never done that before, have we?
This is
Brought anybody up during the agenda before?
This is PFM introducing for PFM. We can do it right prior to the vote if we want to do that. So,
But, okay, I'm kind of confused, all right. That we wouldn't have had this conversation before this.
This
I'm
is-
just,
this is our already approved bond counsel,
okay,
already approved financial manager.
okay,
These are individuals that are already working for us.
okay. So they don't represent RBC?
No.
Okay.
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 Yes.
Okay, great. It's a pleasure to be before you. Again, I'm Brad Remig with Public Financial Management. I'm the financial advisor to the school district. And as Dr. Butts mentioned earlier, we were here in September to alert the board of a potential refinancing opportunity. You have some 2011 bonds and some 2012 bonds that are eligible to be refinanced. Our job is to monitor that for you on your behalf. And we looked at the interest rates on those bonds, and we looked at interest rates in the market today, and it appeared that now we're at the 5-year mark, and you have the ability to refinance and repay them and issue a new bond at a lower rate and save some money. And as you may recall from September, there's several hundreds of thousands of dollars that can be saved through this process of refinancing. When we looked at refinancing the bonds, we're looking at refinancing them by simply replacing the higher rate with a lower rate. We're not extending the debt. We wouldn't be proposed to do that. We're just going to reduce the interest rate and save some money. So part of that process to go through that is to do what's called a parameters resolution or a bond resolution, where you appoint the other members of the team, and then you set forth the parameters under which the bonds could be refinanced. For example, you would only want to refinance them if you could save hundreds of thousands of dollars. So there's the trigger in there that allows us to save, only if you have to save a minimum of 2%, which is kind of an industry standard for that. So these are kind of the mechanisms that need to get started. The bonds, just so you know, are callable in early of 2017. So this would kind of position us to be in the market, get the credit rating, things like that. Probably after the first of the year, to be honest with you, we'd be ready to do that. And then we could pull the trigger if the market hangs in there. We're obviously don't know where rates are going to be in 45 days from now. But this would kind of be a housekeeping item that you would need to approve so we could get everything started at the state, getting those approvals, get the credit rating, and monopolize some of Vanessa's time, because I know that we have to work with her to gather a lot of information. I'm also disappointed she's not here tonight. Vanessa I've worked with for a long time, and because part of the reason she wanted us to come down is because she couldn't be here. And we wanted to be here available to answer any questions you might have.
Does the board have any questions?
I have a question. I'm not sure that you can answer this question, but I heard this morning on the news that homeowners are worried about interest rates because of the outcome of the election, and interest rates may be going up. So do we feel that this could still be potentially a good time for the district to save that kind of money in light of any changes that could possibly be a result of the election outcome?
That's a great question. The municipal bond market, which is the market which you would be entering by selling school bonds or municipal bonds, has seen interest rates climb as a result of the last Tuesday. So we're monitoring that situation clearly as well. We're to get into the weeds a little bit, the market didn't expect what happened last week, so they reacted accordingly, and rates have gone up. Nobody really knows what's going to happen. And, we're just kind of putting everything in place to be able to go and do this. Obviously, if there's no savings, or at least the minimum that we talked about, we wouldn't do it. But the earliest we can do this under the federal tax laws is the beginning of 2017. So again, in order to give us that opportunity to do this, we have to have a parameters resolution, or we're requesting a parameters resolution to be approved so that we're ready to go if it makes sense to do that. But that's a good question.
Sorry, hi, I'm Bill Benzinger. I'm serving as bond counsel for this transaction. I just wanted to add, to your question that adoption of the resolution tonight does not obligate the board to move forward with any transaction now or in the future. It just sets us up so that, if rates are where you guys want them to be and you decide to act on it, you're in a position you don't have to come back, get new approvals, run new notices, things like that. So it's more of a timing mechanism.
Any other questions? Dorothy? Thank you very much. Okay. Are there any questions on human relations items 1 through 9? Are there any questions on policies items 1 through 3? There are no property items. And are there any comments from the public regarding agenda items? And we do have a few here. Okay, the yellow cards are for later in the meeting.
Non-agenda.
The non-agenda items. New business. Do I have a motion to approve education items 1 and 2?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Do I have a motion to approve finance items 1 through 3?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Now we're going to have a roll call for number 4.
Ms. Cavalieri,
Abstain.
Ms. Forbes,
I abstain.
Ms. Gallagher,
Oh, I vote yes.
Mr. McBride,
We know what we're voting for, yes or no?
I thought we had to do a yes
Yes.
or a no and not an abstain.
You are permitted to abstain.
Are you?
Yes.
Okay,
In
good.
any vote, you're permitted to
Oh,
abstain.
Okay.
you're voting the motion as written, correct?
Yes, the board understands, of course, that this is a vote on the motion as written, in its entirety as stated on the agenda. Understand.
Mr. McBride,
No.
Ms. Monroe,
No.
Mr. Young,
No.
Ms. Harris Johnson.
No.
Okay. Motion does not pass.
So it does not pass. Okay. Do I have a motion to approve human resources items 1 through 9?
Motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Do I have a motion to approve policy items 1 through 3?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. There are no property items. Dr. Wilson is not present to give a report on the Delaware County Community College. Mr. McBride, do you have a report from the Delaware County Intermediate Unit?
We had a handout given out for the board communication in all the board members' packet. Also at our meeting, we talked about Stephen could probably help me with this, legislative update, the pension reform bill was dead. I believe that was to help to work out the pension reform, Stephen?
So at the end of the voting session last month, there was a bill that went forward for PSERS, a change in the PSERS pension plan, but it was not approved, not enough support. I'm not positive it was even voted on. It may not have been brought to the floor, but that likely will be revisited with the new representatives and new Senate. So just because it was not finalized or voted upon at the last, during the last legislative session, it may come back up in January, February, March.
Yeah, when the session comes back.
Right.
And the other big one was the charter school reform, which also I believe was, by the way I read it, was postponed.
It also was not moved forward.
Not moved forward.
I don't believe there was an actual vote on it, but it was not approved. And likely some charter school reform will be reviewed in the upcoming legislative session. Okay.
And that's my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McBride. And also, Mrs. Williams is not here to report on the PSBA Legislative Council. Mr. Diorio, Do you have a solicitor's report?
Nothing this evening, Madam Chairman.
Thank you very much. Mr. Butts, Dr. Butts, is there any administrative updates?
No, there is not. I do want to highlight the board has requested an executive session after this, so we do want to acknowledge that. We'll have to acknowledge that. You have to remind me. Acknowledge that at the next board meeting, which is organization meeting on December 5th. Okay?
And thank you, Dr. Butts. Now, are there any comments from citizens regarding 9 agenda items? And now we do have a few. Our first person is Ms. Brendan Duckett. Okay, Renee Green. Yes, would you come to the podium and would you give your name and your address? No, you still have to,
Renee Green, 911 Andrews Avenue, apartment 2, Collingdale, PA 19023.
And you have 3 minutes, sweetheart.
Okay, I'm here because my daughter, we live in the district, and my daughter goes to a private school. She's taken by transportation from Southeast Delco, and we've had an ongoing problem with the bus aid. I was advised to come here so I could get some help on this. And the bus aide has talked about my daughter's hair numerous of times. I've reported it. Today I tried to talk to her because she had penalized my daughter for listening to her headphones. And at that time, the bus aide screamed at me. I attempted to talk to her and ask her what was going on. She rolled the window up and laughed at me when I said, "Why do you continue to talk about her hair?" and things like that. And then she screamed through the bus window, "If I have any problems, I should take it up with the administration." My daughter has autism. I mean, she goes to a special school. She's very quiet, shy, anxious, and this bus aide continues to basically harass her. And I believe it's because I reported it early in September because they were stopping at Wawa, doing all these things with the kids on the bus. I mean, there's other kids that they've left the kids and the parents have complained, and they're just very rude and dismissive. And we're the parents of, children with disabilities, and I don't think it's fair for them to be treated that way. So if there's anything you can do to help me or encourage me, I would really appreciate it.
Dr. Butts.
So after this meeting, if you could speak to either, I think I saw a hand by Ms. Kim Brown Flint, and I believe you had a conversation with her earlier.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
So follow up with that. And can you make sure, Ms. Brown Flint, that Ms. Vanessa Scott is filled in on what the conversation is? Okay, as the Ms. Scott supervises transportation for us, so she's not the direct supervisor, but she's the person in this building that oversees transportation for us. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Latanya Mason. And Ms. Mason, could you give your name and your address?
Ms. Mason, you have
These are
3 minutes.
pictures.
3 minutes, sorry. I only need like 2. Hi, I'm
3 minutes.
Latanya Manson. What's my address? 1545 Forster Avenue, Sharon Hill, Pennsylvania, 19079. I just came today really to thank y'all for letting the cheerleaders go to the Navy game. It was last Saturday. They had so much fun. I was passing out. That's what is going around now are the pictures. The whole squad were not able to make it, but majority of the girls did go. They really, really enjoyed it. We weren't able to take the coach bus, but the school bus did take us, which was fine. And the girls enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Our bus driver was great. Got us there on time, safely, no problems. Got us back home safely, no problems. The girls were excited. This group of girls have not gone before. I've went not last year, but the year before that. So they were excited to meet new girls and to see exactly what a college football game really looks like.
and how the cheerleaders are and how packed the game can really be. It was over 2,500 cheerleaders on the field at one time. I do have a video of it. It's on my phone. Sorry, I don't have it here for y'all so y'all can see it. But I just wanted to thank y'all for allowing us to go. And we appreciate it. And as soon as they give me something for next year, I'll give it to y'all early again to get it approved.
So I would like to say that the girls look great on the field. I saw the video.
Yes.
They were excited, and it seemed like it was 1,000 cheerleaders on the football field.
About 25, about 2,000.
And
Yeah.
they all look good. So we just want to thank you for letting the girls experience that type of atmosphere.
Thank you.
And I want to thank Ms. Scott for working out the transportation with
Yes.
you. She
Yes.
did the major work on that. I also want to recognize you got up extremely early on Saturday morning.
They changed the time on us. The first time we went, we had to be there at 9 o'clock in the morning. Well, they decided, since the game is at 12, we need y'all here at 7. So we cheered in our football game on Friday night. The girls went home. I was working off of 2 hours of sleep. They might have got maybe about 4 or 5. We were back up at the school about 4:30. And then we left about 4:45-ish. We left, and the girls and we all went to sleep. When I woke up, we was at the field. So we got up pretty early. Because it was in Annapolis, Maryland. And so the girls were excited. They were fine. We went out to eat afterwards. They really enjoyed it. I liked it. The girls enjoyed it. It's a very good experience for them. And I want them to be able to experience it all the time. They have one for basketball season, which is inside, but that's a little further down. We ain't going to that one. We'll just stick with this one.
Am I correct in my belief also that cheerleaders will be continuing in some competitions this season?
Yes,
Is that
our
correct?
first competition is not until December. I believe it's December 15th.
Okay.
We will be doing, I picked out 5 competitions for them to attend. I'm kind of switching over. So I still have my football squad, which is on Friday nights, but basketball season is starting up. So I just had tryouts for basketball. I have 2 teams. I have a JV and a varsity. And then I just did tryouts tonight for competition. And then we just started a dance team. So we just trying it out just to see how that goes.
Okay.
So I love working with the girls. I have no problem. I'm a teacher. I stick with my elementary. The high school girls can be challenging at times, but at the end, I was just telling one of the parents that I can pretty much fall back from them during football season around this time. I don't have to be so much on them because they practice so much during the summer. So that by this time, it's like clockwork for them. But yes, they will be doing competitions.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Mason, I have 2 questions or 2 concerns.
Mhm.
One, I would like to say at this time, thank you for coming and give a positive feedback on what our cheerleaders are doing for the Southeast Delco and Academy. It's good to get positive feedback sometime. And also, I want to be a cheerleader.
I got you. I got uniforms. I'm going to put on my wish list and see if Coach Bo will give me some more.
Okay.
I like to have, I told you before I got 60 uniforms, I try and fill them all. Dr. Bunce used to tell us, he said we were the 2nd largest sport in the building. And I'm trying to outdo the football players.
Okay, so get in that one so I'll be 61.
Okay, I got you.
Thank you very much.
Miss Manson, do you have any idea if any of the girls go on to college and cheer?
Yes, I have at least 1, 2, 3, 4. I have at least 5 right now that are cheering. I tell them all the time that I want them to cheer when they get in college. That's very important for them. You want to have extracurricular activities, and if this is something that you like to do, then go ahead and do it, especially in college. I definitely push, and I'm kind of biased for Dell State. That's my school, my alma mater, so I kind of push for them to do that. I have a lot that's I have at least one that's at Temple, St. Joe's, and they, Cheney, I believe Lincoln, and I think Abby goes to Wilkesboro or something like that. It's Wilkesboro? Okay. She's on the cheerleading squad too. So they take it into college. And they can get scholarships from it, not as much as they would from other sports, but they still can get scholarships from it.
Thank you.
I got all the pictures.
Right here. Mr. Scott? Mr. Tony Scott. Name,
I'm
address.
Tony Scott. I live at 621 Andrews Avenue, Collingdale, Pennsylvania.
Mr. Scott.
I don't have 3 minutes.
Okay.
All right, this is a positive situation. I'd like to also thank Latanya. She does. You guys need to come out to some of the games. I mean, some of y'all come every once in a while. I would like to see more board members participate and support. They do an awesome job for cheerleading, I'm telling you. And for years that I've been watching, they didn't even have a band. They were the band, they were everything. But I wanted to talk to you about the band. The pep band that you put together with the school, Mr. Schroeder, is that his name?
Mr. Schultz.
Schultz? Scholler?
Schultz.
He's at Harris, I understand.
Correct.
He's doing a great job. They put together a small ensemble, and they've been wonderful. Last Friday, it was so cold. I did talk to some of the guys who were setting up over there, and they were sitting in a van, staying warm. And during halftime, I asked them if they would allow the band members to go sit in the van, and they did. I wanted to thank them for that. And also, in the future, maybe you guys could have a van there for them, if it's possible, to keep warm at halftime. That's a long time to be sitting out there with the temperatures we had last Friday. I mean, them kids were sitting in the stands shaking, and they did let them sit in the vans. I would appreciate it. Maybe y'all can put something together like that. Or, up in the booth, I found out there's nothing going on that bottom level. Could they sit up there during halftime to stay warm? It would help. The other thing is, could you guys encourage more band members to come out? I spoke with the gentleman, Scholl, that's right. I spoke to him at the game. He had about 15 players. I understand Ms. Cubbage has about 35 or 40 participants in the band. He would like to see more. He needs about 20 to 25 people to make it sound the way it should sound. And if you guys could encourage Ms. Cubbage or whoever in the music department to have more children participate on Friday, and maybe if they thought they could keep warm, they might. But I really would ask you guys to encourage more students to participate. I'd like to see more of you guys out at the games. But we do need more band members to participate so it will really sound great. The team is doing a wonderful job. And once again, thank you, Latanya, for the job that you girls do. I really enjoy it, and they are off the hook. I don't know if you've seen them. They bad. Peace.
Thank you very much. The plan with the Spirit Band, the Pep Band, is to follow up with the director, with the music teacher, and also some of the members, and talk about, okay, what do we do for next year? How can we get it started earlier? Because we pulled this together about a month into the school year. The preference, usually a band for football games has to start early in the season so that they can get up and running for the warmer games. Because the warmer games tend to be easier to play at. Now, often the marching bands wind down, and when it gets really cold, it's tough playing, playing the instrument. So thank you for the concern. We will take it under consideration and look at how do we expand upon it for next year.
And thank you. And before I make the announcements for the next board meeting, we have a holiday that's coming up in the month of November, and I would like to extend with the board, with their permission, that everyone have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Enjoy your meal, get full, and have a wonderful gobble gobble. Announcements for the next board meeting. Board organization meeting will be Monday, December 5th 2016 at 6 p.m. sharp. Board business meeting will be Thursday, December the 22nd, 2016 at 7 p.m. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
All in favor? Meeting is adjourned.